That what is the plant anatomy? It is the internal study of the internal structure of the plants, mainly at the tissue level. We also discussed about the types of plant tissues. Okay, some of you can tell that how many types of plant tissues are there. कितने type के plant tissue होते हैं?
3.
Which one?
Meristematic, permanent, secretory.
Meristematic,
Permanent.
Meristematic, intercalary or lateral.
permanent and secretory. See, we know that animals grow up to a certain period, but plants grow up to an indefinite height. So that indefinite height, the indefinite growth of the stem as well as the indefinite growth of the roots. Roots also go beyond the soil up to an indefinite growth, and stem also increases up to an indefinite height for the growth. So that is all possible due to the meristematic tissues. The meristematic tissues are the group of those cells which are always in a state of division. If only the meristematic cells will be present in plant, the plant will be a callus, the mass of undifferentiated cells. None of the function will be performed like photosynthesis, transport of the water, or even the transport of the food. Next one are the permanent, means there should be a major part in a plant which are the permanent cells, means the group of permanent cells which have a permanent size, growth, shape and a function. Like if we talk about the xylem is meant for the water conduction. Xylem जो है water का conduction करता है, ठीक है, throughout the root and the stem, the water is uplifted through the xylem. So this xylem is not meristematic. It's not meant for the dividing. It's meant for the water conduction. So there are some tissues which are meant for a permanent function. So those are called the permanent tissues. Some other type of tissues are also present which secrete something. Like if I talk about the rubber plant, the rubber is being secreted from a particular group of cells. Latex cells, those cells are called latex cells. So the rubber is being secreted from latex cells. So the group of latex cells will be called a secretory tissue. Some other kind of liquid or some other things like flavonoids or latex or even some other things, alkaloids or any other secondary metabolites. So these all things are secreted through the secretory tissue. So these are the three types of secretory tissue in, type of plant tissues in plant. We have completed the meristematic tissue. We have discussed the characteristics of meristematic tissue. That what are some characteristics of meristematic cells other than they are cell of division, means they are always in a dividing stage. They have no intercellular space. So all these kind of characters I have discussed and shared a PDF file also. You can watch there or you can watch later in my recorded video. So today particularly we will start with the permanent tissues. Okay, meristematic tissues were classified according to different views like position in the plant body, एपिकल, इंटरकैलरी, लेटरल, ये आपने पढ़े होंगे. जो टॉप पोजीशन पे मेरिस्टेमेटिक टिश्यू होते हैं उनको एपिकल बोलते हैं. मीडियम पोजीशंस भी जो होते हैं उनको इंटरकैलरी बोलते हैं, और जो लोअर पोजीशंस पे हैं या थ्रू आउट द स्टेम स्कैटर्ड है उनको लेटरल बोलते हैं. तो इस तरह की क्लासिफिकेशन वी हैव डन. So this was all summary that we have discussed in the previous two lectures. So today particularly we will start with the permanent tissue, the second type of tissues in the plant. Let me adjust the camera. There's some problem today. I think it's better now. Okay, the permanent tissues. The permanent tissues in plant. So as I concluded just earlier, these are the group of those cells. Please mute yourself. Suppose this is a group of cells. It will be called a tissue. So each of the cell is permanent.
जानकारी है कि कांग्रेस के विधायकों से भरी एक बात को बोल चुकी है, एक पहुंचने वाली और एक कोई फंसी हुई है, एक बजे तक के लिए विश्वास में और उसी को लेकर कई
So this is a group of cells. It will be called a tissue. All of the cells are permanent. Means they are not in dividing stage. They have attained a permanent shape, growth, function, and size. They are made for something. For example, if I talk about any organ like the root. This is a root having root hairs, meant for the water absorption. Okay, root hairs are permanent cells. It's a permanent tissue. Root hair may have many cells. Root hair में बहुत सारी cells होती हैं like this. So it is a group of similar cells, or it is a group of cells. That's why it is called a tissue. So root hair is a tissue which become permanent to perform the function of water absorption. Similarly, the epidermis, the outer part of any organ is the epidermis. Its meat or its have a function to protect the organs, whether it is epidermis of leaf, stem or root. So every tissue become permanent, then they will call the permanent tissues. Okay, so permanent tissues are of two types in plant. One are simple permanent, another one are complex permanent. No doubt all of them, simple as well as complex, both are permanent tissues. Means they are having a group of cells which are permanent. None of the cell will be meristematic. But the main difference is that suppose there is a cell X. Okay, generally say there is a kind of cell X. If the X cells are present many in number, okay, and performing together as a tissue, the group of cells which is performing together as a unit, then it will be called a tissue. So the group of similar cells or one type of cell will be called a simple permanent tissue, because it is having the cells of same type. All of the cells are of type X. We are saying it, imaginary that X will be a kind of cell. So the X kind of cells, the group of X kind of cell will be called a simple permanent tissue. If I talk about the complex permanent tissue, suppose there is a cell X which is rounded. Suppose there is a cell Y which is oval in shape. Suppose there is a cell Z which is hexagon in shape. Okay, and suppose there is a cell A which is elongated, the small a. So here are the three types of the cell: 4, X, Y, Z, and A. Suppose these are some kind of the cells. If these cells, okay, are present in many number and working together as a unit, so it is also a group of cell, but group of dissimilar cell. Although these cells are dissimilar, but they are performing as a unit. चाहे अलग-अलग type के cells है, but they are functioning together as a unit. That's why it is also a tissue. And all of the cells X, Y, Z, and A are permanent. None of the cell is meristematic or secretory. Then this tissue will be called complex permanent tissue, because it is having a kind of organization that is permanent. Sorry, that is complex, not a simple one. So it's a very basic difference. If only one type of cells forming a permanent tissue, it will be called simple permanent tissue. If different type of cells are working together as a unit, they are morphologically dissimilar. They are even similar in characters. Maybe X cell is a living one and Z cell is a dead one, but still they are working together as a unit. Then it will be called a complex permanent tissue. If I talk about some examples, okay, the simple permanent tissue like parenchyma tissue. Parenchyma is an important tissue, consists of parenchyma cells. Parenchyma is a type of cell, the group of parenchyma cells, all the parenchyma cells jointly called parenchyma tissue. That's why it is a simple tissue, because it is only having parenchyma. Next one is the collenchyma. Collenchyma is the another type of cell. The group of particularly the collenchyma type of cells will be called collenchyma tissue. Okay. Next one is the sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma are the another type of cell. The group of particularly only the sclerenchyma cells is called as sclerenchyma tissue, but it is having variations. Sclerenchyma is just not like a one place. Okay. For example, if I talk about Haryana, there is no Haryana in the Haryana state. Actually, there is no place like Haryana in the state Haryana. Similarly, in the sclerenchyma have the variations. If I say the Mahendragarh is also included in the Haryana. And suppose I say Rewari, so Rewari is also included in the Haryana. So similarly, there is two variations in the sclerenchyma like sclerites and fibers. The second noticeable thing is that the fibers or sclerites does not function together as a unit. Suppose fiber is represented as F and sclerite is represented as S. So if there is a group FS, suppose this is a tissue having 6 cells, 3 F cells, 3 S cells. It is having total 6 cells. So it is also a tissue because it is a group of cells. But it will be a complex tissue क्योंकि एक से ज़्यादा टाइप के cells हो गए. So कभी भी ऐसा exist नहीं करता कि fibers and sclerites working together as a unit. Whether there will be a group of fibers only, if there are only fibers. So fiber type of sclerenchyma. So it is also sclerenchyma tissue, but fiber type. So it will be called a fiber permanent tissue, and it is a simple permanent tissue because all the cells in a tissue are only fibers. If only sclerites are present, the second variation. Sclerenchyma is of two types, the fibers and sclerites. If only the sclerites are present, then it is also a simple permanent tissue. So that's why the sclerenchyma is not a complex one, because all of the two variations does not present all together jointly. Jointly कभी भी present ये नहीं होती. Clear है ये चीज? Okay, I will now unmute you. You can now unmute yourself. This thing is clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Sir. Yes, sir.
How many types of permanent tissue are there? The 3 types: parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. And we remember that these are the tissues right now. Okay, we are moving in a ascending order. We know what are cells that we have studied in the cell biology. We does not focus in the plant anatomy. Then the group of cell is called tissue. So we are here discussing about the plant tissues particularly, none of the animal or none of the human tissues. So in the tissue type, that is the meristematic, permanent and secretory. Particularly in the permanent, there are 2 types of the tissue: simple permanent and complex permanent.
सर आपकी आवाज क्लियर नहीं आ रही.
सभी स्टूडेंट्स को नहीं आ रही है, हो सकता है एक आध को तो नेटवर्क प्रॉब्लम से हो. चलिए मैं थोड़ा और लाउडली बोल लेता हूँ, नो प्रॉब्लम. So simple permanent tissue are 3 types: parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Okay. Now if I talk about the complex permanent tissue. Complex permanent tissues are those permanent tissue in which there are different types of cells. They are morphologically different, they are genetically different, they are different in their even origin, but still they are functioning together as a unit. So example of the complex permanent tissue are xylem and phloem. Xylem and phloem are complex permanent tissues. To be remembered are 2 things. First, the xylem and phloem are tissues, not the organs, not the organ system, or not the tissue system. They are the tissues in plant, means they are made up of the group of cells. Second thing, they are the complex permanent tissue, means they are made up of different kind of things. So firstly, you have to remember these are the tissues, and what type of tissues? Second one, that is the complex permanent tissue. Let me talk about the xylem first. If I quickly summarize the xylem, in detail we will study in the upcoming lectures. Why xylem is a complex permanent tissue? Here is a one kind of cell. It's a single cell. It's a dead one. Okay, it's a dead cell. This cell is called vessel. Okay, the जब हम जाइलम को डिटेल में पढ़ेंगे we will be aware of this thing what, but right now it's a kind of cell which is called a vessel cell. It helps in the water conduction. It is having pits on its wall, all of the walls having pores, so that the material can enter from these pores as well as the material can leave from these pores, mainly the water, because water is conducted in the xylem. Second thing, it is having openings at the end, just similarly like a pipe. It is 100% similar with a pipe, okay, but the thing is that the pipe is not having pores on the walls, but the vessels are also having pores on their walls. These pores are called pits. Okay, these pores are called pits. These are also two types, simple and modern, that we will also discuss in upcoming lectures. So here in the xylem, this is a one kind of cell, the vessel. Okay, I will write it here. There is another kind of cell. Those cells are like this, the elongated, shorter than vessels. There will be another vessel. These cells, this single cell is kind of like this. It is also having pores in its walls. This is the second type of cell. Okay, this is called tracheid. Singular will be because they are representing singular. Along with them, suppose there are parenchyma. And the fourth one are fibers. Suppose here are the fibers. Fibers are much narrower than tracheid. Although they are kind of similar thing like tracheids, but they are narrower and longer than tracheids. It's a kind of fiber. When we will discuss the structure of xylem in detail, I will use the different colors, but here I am just explaining the complex permanent tissues. So here are the four kinds of the cell: vessel, tracheid, parenchyma and fibers. Voice clear मेरी अब?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Some of the students saying yes or no. बेटा हो सकता है अगर मैक्सिमम स्टूडेंट्स को क्लियर नहीं है तो मे बी दिस इज अ प्रॉब्लम ऑफ माय माइक, और अगर एक दो स्टूडेंट्स है तो हो सकता है नेटवर्क इशू आप लोगों को.
Clear है, sir.
इट्स ओके. जिनको थोड़ा क्लियर नहीं है ना बेटा वो नेटवर्क की तरफ स्विच करके देखें. आप थोड़ा सा पोजीशन मूव करें अपनी कहीं और बैठे हो सकता है आ जाए क्लियर. चलिए. So these are four types of the cell, but all these four types of cells are working together as a unit. Parenchyma is living, tracheid, fiber, vessels are dead. None of the similarities they are having. These three are dead: fiber, tracheid and vessels. Parenchyma is living. Parenchyma is circular, fibers and these all things are elongated and long. So they are not similar in any way. But how they are similar? They are functioning together as a unit. They are functioning for the water conduction. The vessels and tracheids are direct water conducting tissues. इनके अंदर से ही पानी जाता है. Parenchyma and fibers are just helping them or partial conduction of water. Okay. Whenever we will talk in detail about the anatomy, the water is absorbed by the root. Root hairs absorb the water. The water is slightly diffused up to the xylem. So this is the root. This is the xylem in center. तो water एक बार root hairs पे आता है, उसके बाद धीरे-धीरे diffuse होके xylem तक पहुँचता है, root के xylem तक. रूट के जाइलम तक जैसे ही पहुंच गया फिर उसका ट्रांसपोर्ट होता है इन द स्टेम एज वेल एज द ब्रांचेस. द जाइलम मेक्स द ट्रांसपोर्ट ऑफ वाटर, बट एब्जॉर्प्शन इज अ स्लो प्रोसेस. एब्जॉर्प्शन क्या होगा? रूट हेयर से जाइलम तक वाटर पहुंचेगा. तो जब जाइलम तक आएगा सो इट हैव टू क्रॉस दीस पैरेन्काइमा आल्सो. सो दे आर आल्सो हेल्पिंग इन द पार्शियल कंडक्शन ऑफ वाटर. ट्रांसपोर्ट ऑफ वाटर इज डन बाय द वेसल्स एज वेल एज द ट्रैकीड्स. So all they are working together as a unit, and this unit will be called a tissue. And which tissue? The xylem. That's why xylem is a complex permanent tissue, because it is having so many types of the cells, mainly the four types of these cells. Similarly, the phloem. Phloem is having sieve tube. If I talk about the phloem of angiosperms, these are the sieve tube, one kind of cell. They are also living. They are having cytoplasm at their edges. In the center, they are having a blank space or a vacant space, but still they are living, sieve tubes. In addition to them, giving company to them are the company cells or the companion cells. These are the parenchyma. Because these cells lacking endoplasmic reticulum, mitochondria, Golgi bodies, they are only having their cytoplasm on their surface walls and enucleated. इनमें nucleus भी नहीं होता. That's why to accompany these cells, these sieve tubes, to give them energy. Okay, there presents the companion cells or the mother cells, which nourishes these sieve tubes. So here is the one kind of cell, sieve tube, which is living. Another one are the mother cells. They are parenchymatous in nature. They are nothing but the parenchyma. So these are called the companion cells. Okay. Third one are the similar, the parenchyma, the normal parenchyma, other than the companion cells. This is called phloem parenchyma. And fourth one is also common, the phloem fibers. The fibers also in the xylem, fibers also in the phloem. The parenchyma also in the xylem, parenchyma also in the phloem. These two are common. The difference is that instead of the vessels and tracheids, there is the sieve tubes and the companion cell. So phloem is also made up of the 4 types of cell. That's why it is a complex permanent tissue. So I think now it's clear why we call a simple permanent tissue and why a tissue is called a complex permanent tissue. And you have to remember the examples of these: the parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma, as well as the xylem and phloem in the complex permanent tissue. This thing is clear? This thing is clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now if you know the examples of the permanent tissue, so we can point out some characters about the permanent cell. The permanent cells may be living or dead. जो permanent tissue होते हैं बेटा, permanent cells का group होगा. तो permanent cells के अगर character की बात करें, so they may be living or they may be dead. Parenchyma मैंने बताया आपको, parenchyma कैसा है? Parenchyma कैसा tissue है? या कैसी cell है? Living. Okay. If I talk about a fiber or a vessel or a tracheid, that is also a permanent cell. A vessel is a permanent cell, single cell. That is a dead cell. So the permanent cells may be living as well as the dead. There are thin-walled as well as the thick-walled. This may be variations. If a cell is dead, see what is a living and what is a dead cell. In a living plant cell, there presents the plant cell wall. Inner to that, there will be plasma membrane. The cytoplasm portion, there will be organelles. There will be a nucleus. There will be a vacuole, which is meant for the storage. There will be endoplasmic reticulum. Okay. RER and SER. Nearer to the nucleus is the RER, outer to the nucleus is soft endoplasmic reticulum. There will be the mitochondria. There will be chloroplast, and there will be so many cell organelles, ribosomes. That cell will be considered living. The cell wall will be thin. Cell wall only made up of the cellulose, hemicellulose, and pectin. Okay. But if a cell becomes dead in the plants, so what will happen? All this content inner to the plasma membrane is called lumen. Any open cavity or any open space inside a membrane bound thing is called lumen. जब तक सेल लिविंग होती है, ये सारी चीजें ल्यूमन मानी जाती हैं. All of the content in cytoplasm. But as the cell dead, this lumen become a cavity or a hollow. This will become lumen. Between the cell wall and lumen there deposits a secondary compound that is lignin. जैसे ही सेल्स डेड होते हैं
सर ल्यूमन फिर से रिपीट करना।
रिपीट कर दो बेटे।
ल्यूमन फिर से रिपीट कर दो।
See, this is a cell. Suppose this is a cell membrane. Outer to this may be cell wall or may not be in animals. So right now this is lumen. इसी membrane bound thin के अंदर जितनी भी cavity है, जितना भी space है वो lumen कहलाता है. Suppose this is chloroplast. This is the membrane of chloroplast. This will be considered lumen. This is the membrane of mitochondria. The inner things will be called lumen. Okay, and generally lumen is referred in dead cells. Particularly अभी भी lumen बोलेंगे living में भी, पर ज्यादा फोकस कब करते हैं जब ये डेड हो जाएगा, जब माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया डेड हो जाएगा तो इसके अंदर माइटोकॉन्ड्रियल डीएनए, इसके अंदर इनर मेम्ब्रेन की फोल्डिंग्स, इसके अंदर जो आपका स्ट्रोमा है सपोज क्लोरोप्लास्ट में, ओके, या सेल में साइटोप्लाज्म है, that all things will be disappear. Then the open cavity will be called lumen. Okay, जब तक सेल लिविंग है तब भी ल्यूमेन कहलाता है किसी मेम्ब्रेन के अंदर का स्पेस, मेम्ब्रेन बाउंड ऑर्गेनेली के अंदर का स्पेस, चाहे वो माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया हो, चाहे क्लोरोप्लास्ट हो, या कुछ सेल हो, सेल भी तो मेम्ब्रेन बाउंड है, उसके अंदर का सारा स्पेस ल्यूमेन कहलाता है. ठीक है, और जब डेड हो जाती है तो ल्यूमेन में से सारी चीजें चली जाएंगी. All the living components that makes a cell living will be disappear in a dead cell. There will be only a central cavity, hollow central cavity. सबसे पहले डेड सेल्स को देखा था रॉबर्ट हुक ने. ठीक है, अगर वो देखते तो उन्हें न्यूक्लियस, डीएनए, एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम, गोल्जी कुछ भी नहीं दिखता. ओके, क्लियर है ल्यूमन?
यस सर।
Okay, so second characters may be, if the cell is living it will be thin walled, if the cells are dead they will be thick walled. Shape भी vary करता है बेटा, they may be cylindrical, they may be oval, rounded, polygonal, cylindrical, etc. ठीक है, जैसे ट्रैकीड थे, ठीक है, थोड़े से ब्रॉडर थे, एलोंगेटेड थे, लॉन्ग थे, फाइबर्स थे, मच एलोंगेटेड, they are much elongated, much narrower. Okay, vessels थे, cylindrical थे. These are permanent cells. पैरेन्काइमा जो है राउंडेड होती हैं, आइसोडायमेट्रिक होती हैं, एग्जैक्ट जो है डायमीटर होती है पैरेन्काइमा टिश्यू में, पैरेन्काइमा सेल्स की. ओके, तो दे हैव डिफरेंट वेरिएशंस इन देयर शेप. They may have intracellular space or they may have not intracellular space. पैरेन्काइमा के बीच में इंटरसेलुलर स्पेस